Hello geeks, welcome to my channel. My name is Kat and today's topic is con creeps. I have only run into two, but they're usually at all the same conventions I went to in the past few months. First, let's talk about this con creep called All the Above Creep. The reason I call them All the Above Creep was because they are in the same fandoms I am in, and they're starting to go after minor characters in animes and people who are in fact just minors in general. And they've been trying to isolate the person, and every time I see them out with my friends, I usually point them out and try getting them away from him as soon as possible. Now let me tell you the story about how I met All the Above Creep. I was wearing Himiko Yamato at the beginning. This guy found me in my group. I was practicing some magic tricks at the time with a poster around my outfit saying, "Ask me about my magic." At that time, I was not knowing that people at conventions would be thinking it's an invitation to be a creep. But I thought it would just be a fun way to get people to interact with me in character, because I like acting in character sometimes. So as I was practicing some magic tricks, he asked me to do 2 magic tricks. At that time, I only knew like one trick, so that was my go-to trick. I knew how to do it. And I did it in front of him with my group closely watching because I was closely near them. And I thought he would just go on his merry little way after that, but he was wanting more tricks. So I said, "Not now," or "I don't know any other tricks," and he just started following me the rest of the convention, asking me to do other tricks. So, at that time, we were just finishing the Danganronpa meetup, where we took other photos with the Danganronpa characters, and he asked if we could go inside and do a magic trick because it was windy outside. I felt uncomfortable with him always around me the whole convention, so going alone with him was probably a bad idea, and it probably was. So I said, "No, I feel uncomfortable," and whatnot, until he finally came up to me and said like, "Hey, my ride is here. I hope to see you at another convention so you can finally show me that magic trick." So I'm like, "Yeah, totally," and I stopped wearing Himiko at conventions after that moment. The next creep, let's call him All Age Creep. I call him this because whenever you say your age is, he will match the age or go a year older or younger, although they look maybe like 30. This was not my personal experience, since this was with 2 of my friends who dealt with them. I was dealing with the all above creep at that time. But what happened was that at the end of the meetup, we were walking around and talking to my friends. I was with them with all the above creep, and we sat down, and my friend suddenly took off and immediately had a bad feeling. So I dismissed myself from all the above creep who had actually left. So I'm thankful for that. I asked the all age creep where they went, and he told me they wanted food. So I texted them to see if they were okay because they seemed to be in a hurry. And they told me all age creep was being creepy and they had to get out of theirs. So I faked a call and told him our ride is here and they are waiting by the car for me, and I had to go. They offered to walk me, but I declined, saying that I'm fine and I know exactly where they are. So all age creep left, and I was walking around the con looking for my friends. When me and my friends finally found each other, we moved to a new location. It was funny because outside, the all age creep was waiting and saying that he wished us safe travels. And we just made an excuse saying, "Yeah, we're just heading to the car now. It's fine." For the last person, I'm going to call them What is DDLC, short for Doki Doki Literature Club. So in this story, I was bullying with my editor in full-on Monica. As soon as we walked through the doors, this person was like 20. Yelled, "Are you from Doki Doki Literature Club?" or something like that. Then we got left alone, so we went to buy Elaine and shoes. Then they came up to us and said, "Mind if I bowl here?" Like we had any control where they're put in the lane. If I continue the story, there are going to be tons of Doki Doki Literature Club spoilers, so if you have not finished the game or don't want to hear about death, please move on. This is your final warning. I'm going to continue. Me and my editor just continued to bowl, and they asked me tons of questions about Doki Doki. Like how we delete Monica at the end, who had the bloodiest death, and so on. Then he started talking about music from a game. I wasn't really paying attention at that time because I'm so used to turning people out. But I do respond like, "Oh, that's interesting," or "Oh, I bet." Later on, when we were about to finish our game, he asked for my age. And I'm 18 at the time, and I didn't really want to say that because I'm over the age of consent. So I'm like, "Yeah, I'm like 17. And he asked my editor how old they were. And they lied, saying that they're 19 or 20. So my editor, they look very goth. They wear tons of black makeup and scary looking sometimes. So he knows not to mess with my editor. We finished the game. I won. Just a little bragging moment. And we booked it out of there as fast as we can. That's all the creeps I had met in cosplay. This video is just to point out that there are con creeps everywhere and that non-convention is in fact that safe. If you're a minor, please always have a buddy system with you and always keep a safe word with you that you can discuss with your groups if anyone feels unusual about someone. Like the group say if they have a blank. Then the group will find a safe place to make sure that the person is not following them. And if it's a big deal, then please take it to someone running the event. Me and my friends have a safe word of food we don't like. So we talked about dessert or food that we don't like at all, any of us. So we know that we are not in the mood to eat that kind of food. So let's say me and my friends don't like cake, and we use cake as our safe word. So whenever we'll feel unsafe, we go like, "Hey, let's go find a dessert that sells cake." And everyone's like, "Yeah, let's go find that cake shop," whatever. And we all go to a back alley or somewhere that we know that they probably won't follow us. Or if they do, go to a trusted adult or security or anyone who's running the event. I want everyone to be safe, please. And tell them about the situation that you feel uncomfortable about. Anyways, thank you for listening to this video about con creeps. Tell me in the comments if you ever dealt with a con creep or you have any questions about anything. Please feel free to leave a comment. I hope to see you geeks soon. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Have a good day, everyone. Bye.